We got the hits. We got the gist. This is Lagos' #1 lifestyle station, City 1051 FM.
1051, 1051, and 0909-916-4403. Already in house this morning. We have Boloba. Good morning to you, Mr. Boloba. And also good morning to you, Najib.
Good morning.
And good morning to you, Baba G.D. Johnson and your Benson. Why do I keep calling you Johnson though, man? It just sounds good.
He likes to call Babajide.
Babajide, isn't it? Babajide. How you doing?
I'm very well. Good morning.
You've been MIA for a while.
I got to do your work.
Where have you been?
What
did you go wrong?
Today is Tuesday. I'm supposed to be here.
He has obviously been very busy.
Yeah. All right, Lagos City, let's get talking this morning. Now, interestingly, across all the dailies this morning, there's an issue that's quite topical. And criticisms have continued to trail President Muhammadu Buhari's government over the sudden resumption of duties by Professor Yusuf Usman, suspended executive secretary of the National Health Insurance Scheme, the NHIS. Now, Usman was suspended indefinitely by the Governing Council of the NHIS on Thursday over alleged fraud, insubordination, criminal breach of Procurement Act, self-aggrandizement, arbitraries, among others. Now, also it was reported that on Monday, dozens of policemen and Department of State Service, the DSS, operatives helped Professor Yusuf Usman into office. Angry workers had arrived the premises before 8 a.m. chanting Yusuf is a fraud, Yusuf must go, among other, until the executive secretary arrived outside the gate of the premises about 9 a.m. Now, it further said the protesting workers soon fled because of police tear gas and shooting of canisters and pepper spray into the air before sneaking in Professor Usman. Now, Usman, who abandoned his office car outside the gate, was accompanied into his office by operatives of DSS. Now, the beleaguered NHIS boards had surprisingly surfaced in office on Friday in total disregard to the directive of the council that suspended him indefinitely. Let's start with you, Najib. What's going on here?
There are many issues. You know, he was suspended before by the Minister of Health, and President Buhari reinstated him. Immediately, Professor Yusuf resumed. One of the things he paid himself 500,000 naira per month for newspaper allowances and fuel allowances for the period, for the months, like 6 or 7 months he was away.
Yeah.
And just right after that, the board was, they set up the board, the NHIS board, and he sent them a document requesting that they allow him pay 25 billion naira into an asset management company. And they weren't okay with that document. They felt 25 billion was a lot, and they questioned his reasons. Eventually they approved because he said it was urgent. Only for them to find out later that money, it was specifically said that money should not be touched by anyone. So this 25 billion, in fact, it's the main issue that caused everything. That why would he ask for 25 billion to be put in one asset management fund without due consultation, without the right documents? And he was asking because out of suspicion, they decided to make sure nobody gets a commission for that deal because it didn't make sense. And in his own letter to the asset management company, he mentioned that they should remember that, board said no commission, but let them not forget to charge an engagement fee. So those kind of suspicious, there are many things. What is angering the staff themselves? Because the staff would not care normally about those 25 billion. What's angering them is he posts them to different parts of the country.
Right.
He'll take you from Abuja, post you to Kebbi, take you from Lagos, post you to Rivers State. Now there are allowances that should come with these sudden postings.
Yeah.
Those amounts, altogether up to 100 million naira, they've been cornered somewhere. That's what is aggrieving the staff. So yesterday they decided they were going to stop him because he said he is not going to accept the suspension, that they have no powers. So yesterday the staff decided they must act against him, they must stop him. And of course I knew he was going to come with the police. And there was drama, tear gas, everything. So I don't know. It's up to the president now.
Yeah.
It's up to the president.
All right, brother, well, let's have your take on this. I mean, recall that the Minister of Health had this man suspended
why
for
people
on
giving,
allegations
why
of
people giving
corruption.
wrong information? It was not the minister. He refused to heed the minister's order, and he took the vice president as acting president to suspend him then. Why are people giving? You said the minister. You are repeating the minister.
No, the
It
minister
was-
recommended.
The minister. He told the minister it wasn't. It was.
Yeah, but the
the
minister
minister was
did.
not his appointeur.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
the minister had to refer to the acting president.
Yes. But the
Acting,
minister
not
did.
vice president.
Yes.
Acting.
Acting
So
president.
you are telling me about the board.
But the issue at the end of the day, somebody was suspended on the grounds of allegation. I mean,
Very
the president
serious
came
ones.
and reinstated this man.
And now new allegations, new actions. These actions is being suspended for, and not the old
No,
ones. So these
but
are
is this
new-
strange to you people that the guy is flexing the power that he believes that he has?
Yeah.
And is this how they run governments in places where there is sustainable prosperity? And this is the government of integrity. People will sit out there and be telling you, after Jesus Christ and Muhammad is the president of Nigeria in integrity. This is how they run government.
It's interesting that you have mentioned Jesus and Muhammad, because I'm going to the statement of the vice president that went viral yesterday with him saying whenever he wants to sack it.
But do you have any thoughts on this also, Babajide?
Okay, he does not. The vice president was quoted yesterday to have said that whenever he wants to sack a public official who has been found to be corrupt, he gets many calls from religious and political leaders not to do so. Now, he made this statement at the 24th Nigerian Economic Summit on corruption and rule of law. He stated that the Nigerian elite are oftentimes getting in the way of reading the public service of corrupt executives. Let's talk about this real quickly. It was interesting that Balaba asked a few minutes ago if we are surprised by some of the things that are happening. Is this surprising to you?
Not to me. Not to me. Our leaders, our political leaders, they've always been affiliated with religious leaders.
Right.
It helps them get votes. So at the end of the day, the religious leaders to feel that they are owed some form of favors.
Right.
Now, it's funny to me that a religious leader would want to intervene for a corrupt person. I know one particular case which happened some years ago. But then, if a religious leader is telling you that, oh, this man you are trying to sack or you are sacking, please help him, then you know there's something wrong with the religion that person is preaching. So that's just my own take on it.
Balaba, what are your thoughts?
Benson, you can't come here and be a piece of
I'm
ornament.
observing, I'm learning, I can decide to learn.
don't
Actually,
learn.
this is not the first time the vice president is making that call. I think sometime about 2 years ago at the Nigerian Bar Association annual conference, he made a similar statement. I think it was Mrs. Awoshika that moderated that panel. But then you expect that this happens. Government and religion, or what you call, I think the third estate of the realm and politics, they are in bed in cahoots with each other. How many people get into elected positions without the support of religious leaders in one shape, form, or color? But then I'd like to hold the vice president responsible for the sack of the managing director of the FRCN about 2 years ago. The man had, in compliance with the law, asked the general overseer of a notable church to step down in compliance with the laws of the land.
The extant law of
laws.
Nigeria.
Emphasis. What happened? There was huge outcry in the land, and who had to bite the dust? It was the man that was obeying the extant laws of the land. So he's guilty of the same allegation that he's accused.
You come here and be giving us false. The people will come out and be giving us false. This thing about about integrity and whatever.
Look at the man in the mirror.
You could imagine when the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria was telling us that religious leaders should abstain from politics, and somebody was asking, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, is he a babalawo? Or is he a pastor?
Or when Father Mbaka was rooting
And when I was rooting for him, was that not this thing? Let's get it right. People see through this hypocrisy. They see through it.
Is it possible to separate religion from politics?
No, it's not. I mean,
Sure.
no,
What
it's
is a
not.
good- what is a
Church
good way
and
to-
the state.
what is
I
a
mean,
good way
go back to
for
the
these
old,
two to coexist then?
In
Go-
China, what church?
The Communist Party. The Communist Party. There will be a central ideological or spiritual base that governs the society. That's inevitable. Even in places like the United States of America, where they tell you this thing, look at what's happening. You know, the religion would always be the basis for populism. So organically, it's not easy to separate. On paper, like you have in most secular constitutions of the world, you have those things codified in those constitutions. But organically, it's not easy.
7:27 is the time. You get to be a part of the conversation on Twitter at 61051, WhatsApp 0909-916-4403, and of course we'll be taking your calls, just a few actually, on 0700-1051-1051. It was also reported in a few dailies, the president asking Nigerians who feel they have another country to go. The president received the Kwara State APC candidates for the polls and was quoted by his spokesman Femi Adesina to have said, "You don't have to be in uniform to be loyal. What I said long ago in 1984 is still valid today. We have no other country but Nigeria. Others who feel they have another country may choose to go. We will stay here and salvage it together." The president has been quoted recently, especially with regards to the fact that the elections are close. You know, he's a bit more vocal about a few things. He's, making statements, etc. A couple of weeks ago, I believe, a tweet went out where he said if he is re-elected, he will fight Boko Haram. And many Nigerians had some issues with some of these kinds of statements. What are your thoughts on how the president manages his communication at this time?
It's horrible. It's there's no PR going on. I don't know what they do, what Femi Adesina. This is how the man speaks. I don't doubt it that he said this, but I really want to see the video so that I can show other Nigerians. Let them understand that the man really, this is how he doesn't care. That's what he's saying. He says, I don't care. If you have another country you want to go to, you want to escape. But, this is Nigeria. This is how I'm going to run it. And people are really running away from this country. Previous governments is accusing, like Obasanjo, towards the end of Obasanjo's first term, people were leaving UK, US to come back to Nigeria because they could see that things were improving. Now, people are running away en masse. There are people earning between 500,000 to $1 million a month who feel they can't stay in Nigeria anymore. They are suffering. They have to go. They are running to... Canada is complaining. You saw that official statement.
Yeah.
They made a video saying Nigeria specifically. It's a... I don't know. I don't know how he could say this, but that is just him.
What about?
I would want to be fair to the man. To be honest with you, when you know a man to have a peculiar characteristic and you want to make
Is that like trying to make the leopard change his sport?
the man is the man. Let's forgive this man for he doesn't say anything anymore that shocks me. The gentleman is just who he is. And to be honest with you, at that very moment in time, his motive could have been very, very genuine, but he doesn't know how to communicate better. When my brother was talking about what's the name of the spokesperson that you mentioned now? Adesina. I've always said it is utterly difficult to competently communicate for incompetence. How can you competently help incompetence communicate competence? I don't know.
But I need to ask, so when the president makes some of these kinds of statements, is it inspiring or is it insulting?
What kind of question is that?
It is very patronizing, rhetorical, Olodoro question against Buhari.
But in any case, I mean, part of the question that we should ask ourselves is, what kind of tea is it that the spokespersons of the president take, or people who you seem to have had regard for, when they get into office, they become something completely different? And we can backtrack. Ruben Abati is an example. Femi Adesina, before his appointment, was managing director of the Sun newspapers. He maintained a column that people read and respected. And now it's time for him to extend the frontiers of his capacity as a journalist or a media person. And every time they open their mouths, is very surprising. And the president should know that there are many countries that are open to Nigerians. They should go to the Canadian High Commission, or they should check the statistics of Nigerians applying for Canadian immigration, and then they will know that there are countries that are very open and willing to accept Nigerians. If he really believes in Nigeria, he should start by engaging our health system. He should use the hospital in Nassau Rock.
But this morning, you people are a bit unfair. You are a bit unfair because this one you are punching the man around.
But these are topical issues.
Is it now that you will start be using? Is it now that you will start to be using sort of this thing when ordinarily he spent more than 100 days in London? Suddenly we come and be using Aso Villa this thing. Is it now that the man will accept the fact that there are no other countries when he said it in 1984?
Now, some couple of days there was news making the rounds about there was a purported plan to impeach the governor of Lagos State, Kewumi Ambode. Now, the Lagos Assembly has come out to refute that and deny that there was no such plan. There was. What are your thoughts on this?
Well, the statements they made were they were very vague. It started with the Visionscape thing.
Yeah.
They said PSPs should resume, and they kind of put an end statement that anybody who tries to challenge them would kind of face the music. And people started thinking, are they talking to the governor? But anyway, this whole rumor of they want to impeach the governor went around, and he made a statement, the speaker made a statement that no, there are no plans to impeach the governor. And if there were plans, it would not be in public domain. And that even as lawmakers, they had the right, it was their job if they wanted to impeach the governor. So he wasn't just refuting it, he was also making some statements that we could if we wanted to.
They're simply sounding a note of warning to the governor, who is already on his way out. I mean, from now we can refer to him as outgoing governor, because the speaker spoke from both sides of the mouth. He used the word now in a couple of places when he said that. I said there are no plans to impeach him now, and that if he's going to be impeached, it will be based on actions from the governor. In other words, they are saying that Ambode tread cautiously.
What about any thoughts on this?
Let's start from the Visionscape one.
Yeah.
I don't see anything wrong with the Lagos State House of Assembly making sure that the infrastructure that used to work, however relatively the work was, that infrastructure was resumed after the fiasco of Visionscape. Let's be very honest with ourselves. There are no apologies. I've got no apologies to nobody. Visionscape is a failure. And if Ambode were to forensically review his gubernatorial tenure, he would remember that Visionscape was one of the very major faux pas he made that ultimately cost him his gubernatorial seat. That's number one. Number two is that, let's be very honest with ourselves, if I were to be a member of the Lagos State House of Assembly and a member of the APC, we will be looking at him suspiciously every nanosecond from now. Why should we not? Because politics is about survival in office. And you know what? In so much as, to the best of my understanding, he has graciously accepted his fate, and he is trying to work the team. Is it reasonable for some members of the party, indeed the hierarchy of the party, to be a bit paranoid? Yes, it is. Should they also let him constantly be aware that they have the constitutional infrastructure or wherewithal to quickly arrest any mischief that he may be up to? If he were to be up to any mischief, yes, they should. So what are we talking about? Politics is the game sometimes of smiling at a man and holding a gun behind, below your smiling mouth, and letting the man know that this smile can translate to this gun. I tell my wife sometimes, even my housewife, that I'm smiling with you on an issue does not mean that I cannot swing.
Housewife?
Oh yes.
Did you say housewife?
I said
the last I remember, she's not a housewife.
I don't
As a
know.
vice chairman of the local government.
But to
So
be
you are
honest,
conjugally and economically an APC member, not ideologically.
to be honest,
Yeah,
conjugally, yes.
Yes.
Conjugally, I like that brilliant. Conjugally, yes. Ideologically, yes.
Oh,
No.
yes.
There's no ideology, please. I won't agree with you on that. There's no ideology.
No.
There's no
And
ideology.
you're wrong.
Don't ever use
And you're
ideology.
wrong.
No, how?
Let me give you this example.
Go ahead.
Fantastic, I like this. I tell people the problem with the communicators of the party is that this is the first party I know in the political history of Nigeria, apart from what Awolowo did in the 60s, that has an elaborate national social investment
On paper.
infrastructure. No,
On paper.
a million young graduates today.
Yes.
A million young graduates are either in training or in employment. However,
Where is this data?
a million. No, you cannot deny that. If you want to know,
A million people's name on one website.
Exactly.
if you want to know, you followed me to a place,
I followed you to
and I didn't get it because I was an APC member. I didn't get it because
How do you know that?
They know that I have a reputation in doing something in the last 10 years. And you know what? I never apply for government jobs. I make it a point of duty to tell my business partners never apply for government jobs because racketing will come out of it.
We should have a program to talk about the ideology.
Oh yes, let's go there. APC, ideologically, I'm APC. I will never deny
All right,
that.
gentlemen, we need to take calls right now. 0700 1051 1051 and 0929 916 4403. Straight to the point, your name, where you're calling from, and straight to what you have to say. It's topical issues. Good morning. Good morning. Your name and where you're calling from, and straight to your point, please.
Go ahead, caller.
Religious I think the president is right in saying that there's nothing, I don't see any reason why the religious leaders should include themselves in politics. To me, they are causing more damage to Nigerian politics. That's just simple as that. For Nigerian politics to move forward, the religious leaders should just stay away. That's what it is.
Thank you for your comments, caller. City FM, good morning. Topical issues. Oh, we lost that. 0909 916 4403 0700 1051 1051. Good morning. Welcome. Just go ahead.
Good morning to you, bro.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, we thank God for another day. My name is Sandro. You see, the issue of Nigeria and the issue of integrity, the NHS issue and all of that, I personally, the way I respect President, that he is not alone.
Ambrose, are you there? I'll try to call us back. Twitter at 61051, WhatsApp 0909 916 4403. Topical issues, good morning. Hello, good morning, are you there? Topical issues, good morning. Good morning, topical issues. Hi, what's your name? Hello? I think network is really bad this morning. If you don't succeed in reaching us via the phone lines, you could always tweet at us at City1051 or send us a WhatsApp message. Topical issues, good morning. What is your name? Good morning, what is your name? Please go ahead.
Good morning.
Good morning.
To sadly vent my anger on the NHIS whatever improvement. I think in the first instance, our man, the president, I voted for him, he came up and said he wanted to fight corruption. I don't know why now that the man is incompetent to be able to do it now. Having said this, I think in the nearest future, we should be able to look into the people that we want to choose as our leader. We need true, competent and passionate leader in this country who will be able to focus much more on security, because it has to do with issue of security now. If you are putting DSS or whatever to go and reopen that place for a man that somebody in the head of the Minister for Health has been able to see that he has been able to be corruptible, I think we need to know that people like Buhari is not ready to fight corruption at all, but to probably do his own thing. He's not ready to balance between serving his people and serving his folk. And that is that. And for the Oshiomhole Saga and co, I think those people, the governors that are saying this, they are not being faithful to the people they are serving at all. Because in the first instance, I don't know where they came up with the idea that they must have their own candidacy and candidates to man the post. They don't have anything to cover up at all. Thank you very much.
To think that this caller, to think that this person will lose faith in APC. I said they have a lot of work to do in the Southwest in 2019. Because if they think they have it in the kitty, for this man who just called will die for Buhari, some years ago.
Topical issues, good morning. Please go ahead, Solomon.
I think Mr. President, on whoever going to leave Nigeria should leave Nigeria. We should base this on this. He was addressing Bola go and look out for that story. He was addressing the people from Kwara, the APC member.
That was mentioned.
So somebody that we all know that they behave as if they are the one that holds Nigeria. I think that is referring to Afar. Concerning the killings in Kaduna, have you not noticed that in campaign, this is for the past 8 years now, it has been in a campaign of people have happened. Every political party can stop killing. It's like they are coming to campaign slogans now. I will stop killing. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll come to Twitter right away. Alex Ogunadegbe says, now that Atunwa has alleged to have forged an NYC certificate in the Kwara, Overlord Saraki has more to contend with. We can't have a questionable character as Kwara governor.
But the irony is that there's no part of the Electoral Act or the Constitution that says because you've not done NYSC, you cannot be a governor.
But then you cannot present a fake
when
certificate.
You forge,
if you presented a fake certificate, that is criminal.
That's where this problem
Victor Vils Creed says, I beg to differ. ABC ideology is only on paper. As for Shomale, he's a custody APC.
If I believe
blessing to Nigeria. If you know, you know.
If I believe it on paper, then maybe because I'm a believer on paper, maybe that's why I'm not a card carrying member.
Jolly Agaoa says, why all these surprises about the reinstatement of the NHIS boss? If you ask me, the resignation of the VP is long overdue. It's no longer laughable, but annoying to hear this government always talking about integrity. Well, 2019 is a stone throw away. Egosa Odegbe says, the man makes too much noise. It should be analysis, not noise making. Okay. He's telling you you're referring to there.
Sorry.
See how Golabai has been talking for 3 minutes without making any point. Why Babajide spoke for a second and made sense. A matter of opinion there, isn't it? Abiola A3, it's quite disheartening. Every now and then we keep hearing of notable religious leaders, GOs, imams, etc. obstructing prosecution of corrupt public servants. It's sad. The holiest of people can't practice what they preach. Hypocrisy at its peak. And Alex comes through again, says, did you read the speaker's statement? It is pedestrian and unbefitting for the Lagos State House of Assembly. A rubber stamp wants to become a tiger overnight. The Lagos State House of Assembly shouldn't undermine the governor. He can bite back too. Adegboyega Adedeji, I think Lagos State Legislature should allow EFCC to do their job. They should allow Ambode to face EFCC if found guilty. The mere fact that our elites and politicians don't have their children leaving Nigeria is a clear indication that they don't have hope in this country called Nigeria. Buhari should stop talking to Nigerians as if Nigerians forced leadership on him.
Gad from Ipaja on WhatsApp says, the NHIS is a big scam, using HMOs to divert money by owning many hospitals. There is more to reaction from the staff than just the blockage. Your guests should investigate more into this case rather than reacting to paper account. And lastly, on WhatsApp, this one here says, Bola Oba, ideologically APC, I nearly choked on my tea hearing that a while ago, says Chelsea Devil. But that's all we have time for today. Thank you, Lagos, for being part of the show. Back tomorrow, God willing. Big thanks to Bola Oba, Babajide, and Najib for joining us. We are on Twitter at Bola Oba, at Babajide, and at Najib Bello. Sports is up next.
Sports City up next with Wilfred Moore. I'm Benny Ark.
I'm Belarus Akuji.
And this is Breakfast in the City.
We got the hits. We got the gist. This is Lagos #1 lifestyle station. City 1051 FM.